Hi, Heather here with Yoko Tsuye. She is one of my most favorite people on the planet, and she is an excellent Nikken wellness consultant. So we're just going to ask Yoko a few questions here. First off, Yoko, what can you tell us about your professional background?
Well, I have a professional background that started as a single parent that had to work. So at the beginning, I had a job plus a couple side jobs, and so I now you guys call them side gigs, okay?
Yeah.
But they were the necessity for me. So I started my career in fashion. I probably spent 20, 25 years in fashion. So for me, it was a fun arena, but I left it because I basically developed to the best I could. I started off in the office, went into production, then went into management, then went into traveling internationally, mostly in Asia. We made garments offshore. We made garments in domestically in the United States. We were in every single department store. We doubled our sales for 8 years straight. So it was a very, very challenging environment, lots of fun. And then from that particular point, I uh, took on a few what I consider. Well, let me go backwards. I did bookkeeping on the side at home. I raised two boys on my own, and then I went on to work a few other. I call it. I call them. Every job I had was a challenge to myself to develop myself. So instead of going to go postgraduate, I went jobs. Okay, so my next job was in recruiting. So I learned and I challenged myself to a two-way sale, and then I worked in retail because I helped my parents in their market in Delhi. And what we did there is we sold their business and their property, and they retired. And then my last career was in advertising, and I worked for Saatchi and Saatchi, an international company in account management. So for me, it was always to add another segment to my own knowledge or my curiosity. What brought me to Nikken was at the end of all of this because I caretook my parents for about 10 years. And then after they passed, um, my sister introduced me to a water system and a sleep system. And after I tried it myself and found this amazing situation, I then realized that there was a business here. So later on, if you want, I can give you that story, but that's my background.
Okay, that sounds great. So, so after such a varied background, a lot of background in professional business, what made you choose network marketing?
Honestly, I didn't. It didn't. I didn't choose it. It came to me. That's kind of like I was telling you with my parents passing. I looked at this product line. I tried a couple products and said, I can't believe it. They work.
Yeah.
Okay. I bought a water system and a sleep system. In a matter of 2, 3 months, for me, I noticed some amazing changes that I hadn't noticed. I mean, my body was at that time almost 60 years old. And how could something after 3, 4 months do something that 60 years have damaged, you know? So anyway, so I looked at this company from a curiosity standpoint again, and I said, why have I not heard of a company called Nikken? And I have been a Wall Street reader for over 30 years. So I said, I looked at the company. That's how I got introduced to network marketing. I didn't care whether it had network marketing. After I looked at it, I realized it had an amazing marketing and business format that anybody could do. Then again, I said, why haven't I heard about this? So that's how I got introduced to network marketing, not because I pursued it, but because it was such an amazing format that I was not aware of. And so I researched it, and that's how I became a part of this amazing company and this amazing, I call it mission for my life.
Awesome. So let's say you had to pack in a hurry and you could only take one of your Nika products. What's the one you'd
The
have to
easiest
pack?
one is water for
Okay.
me, yes, because it makes such an amazing impact, not only for me, but I've been doing this almost 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Every person that has a water system, the only reason that they no longer have it
Mm-hmm.
is because they either don't want to maintain it, because it does. You have to change a filter every year or every 6 months.
Right.
Okay, so other than that, the results and all the benefits are enormous.
Mm-hmm.
And the money you save, I mean, I paid for that unit with all the plastic I was throwing into our terrible environment in a matter of 3-4 months. So you save money.
Right. I think for me too, it would have to definitely be the water. So what do you think is the best feature of the Nikken compensation plan?
I think the best feature of this particular plan, as far as the compensation plan, is just the fact that you can utilize all of it or part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most important thing about it is that it's endless. Okay, so I started off retailing because that's all I knew at the time. But then there are so many other facets of the business that you can continually grow and grow and grow.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you grow to the top, like some of the top people in the company, it's endless because they keep on making more and more money.
Right, and money's good.
No, but not only the money, but look at the thousands of people that they help.
Exactly, that's the big thing.
The big thing is, to me, the big thing is the mission. There should be more people that know about this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what my goal has always been, is to be able to introduce to my community,
Mm-hmm.
to the South Bay where I live. And it's not an easy chore, but it's a very gratifying journey. That's all I could say.
So you are routinely top retailer. Do you have a little secret for that? What helps you achieve that achievement?
I think I think retailing comes naturally to me, only because in working in business, you always have to care for people. You develop people, you mentor people, you train people. And that's basically what you do on taking care of a customer, because this is a very personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to care about them as much as you care about yourself. In other words, probably care more for them, because that's, I think, my secret, is just the fact that I relate to them as family. And if they want me to assist them in whatever they can, then I assist them. And then in return, if I notice something, then I just suggest whatever, and it's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just the fact that it's such a unique situation. Where else can you find products that are nature's solutions that don't have a downside, only upsides?
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of fun and gratifying. So I don't know. I guess maybe I just enjoy it. And once somebody becomes my customer, we just kind of hit it off. That's all. So that's probably my only secret, is just take care of each other.
Take care of each other. So what would be like your, like if you had one good piece of advice to give somebody who was starting out, what would that be? It just to have fun and take care of your customers?
Yes, and find out what their needs are. In other words, you always have to find out what somebody cares about, mm-hmm. or needs, and work on that first. So of course that would probably be listening. So listening and caring, and then working from there. And never. I don't feel like I'm continually selling them, but always making sure that they are happy with where they're at.
Right.
So
I understand that most of your night table reading is probably Wall Street Journal or business magazines.
Related, sadly, yeah.
So what do you see next for network marketing?
What I see is probably sad but true. More and more, smaller companies that are going to be around for a very short period of time. And I think it's almost kind of like, if you look at it in a general business aspect, how many big companies, unless they don't continually innovate,
right?
How many big companies go under? Very, very few. And it's only the ones that, do the same thing over and over for decades.
Mhm.
So I think what I see is just the fact that technology and everything is growing so quickly. Everything that used to take 20 years is now happening in 5, sometimes 2 or 3. So I think you just really have to be very, very adept in knowing that you want to find security, you want to find durability, you want to find what I consider is integrity. And that's one of the, what I consider is one of the few things you ever find, not only in people, but in business.
Right.
And those are the things that I see in this company. So all I could say is, if you want something quick and fast, look at this company, because this company is going to be global. It is global now, but it's going to be known globally very, very quickly. And I think it's a great opportunity for millennials and Gen X's to be able to find something that they can do in their spare time and build to be able to be something that could be a very, very fun choice for their future. And that can give them some wonderful rewards for not only freedom, but for what I consider security for them, for their families. So that's what I look at for the future, is just the fact that if I were to look at this again, I would search for a company like this, and I wouldn't settle for less. I think I was just gifted to be able to find Nikken the way I did. It was just a product experience, and I just happened to go further. I just told my sister, I says, "What's going on here?" She bought the product. I bought the product because of her, and I said, "There's got to be something going on, because this stuff is too good to be true," and it is. I've been doing this 15 years, and people have been doing this for longer than me. It's amazing. It's an amazing situation, and I just say, look at it, take a look at it, and make your own choice. But it's going to be here forever, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing that can ever replace this, and I hope that there'll be other things that will be able to be as good. That would be a wonderful dream. I don't know, but I know what this is.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time.